Hello, everybody. I'm Drew Duncan. Let's get you to some NFL highlights. We begin today with the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. An extremely anticipated matchup. Most people wanted to see a huge duel between Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson. And as you can see right here, this highlight would be indicative of the entire game. Deshaun Watson scrambling all over the place. Nobody gets open. He fumbles. Baltimore, though, unable to do anything with it until later on in the second quarter. Lamar Jackson with a strike right over the middle. The Ravens go up 7-0 into the second quarter. Going in later in the second quarter, Lamar Jackson back to throw again. Beams it right over the middle. Absolutely perfect throw right on the numbers. He can't quite get up there, but the celebration on the end, though, the point is Baltimore up 14-0. Then it was Ingram on the short throw, making something out of a little. And I'm so pretty. Check out that celebration. Mark Ingram, the Baltimore Ravens up 21-0 at that point. Later on, up 27-0. It was Ingram again. What a move. And he's in. He doesn't feel pretty on this celebration, though, but he does feel good. It was Baltimore all over the Houston Texans. They would win 41-7. Later on, the Denver Broncos are going to be taking on the Minnesota Vikings. An impressive start for Denver. Look at that catch by Courtland Sutton. On top of a defender. That's right. Say it with your chest. Denver ensuing a couple of plays later, into the end zone, right over the middle. The Broncos were in complete control of this game early. However, the Minnesota Vikings picking up where the Golden Gophers apparently left off. Cousins, deep, money to Diggs, and that would sort of begin the trend, down 20-0. Minnesota, Cousins, looking, throwing right over the middle to the rookie out of Alabama, Smith, who catches his first NFL touchdown. Later on in the game, here it is again. This time, it's the one, the only, Dalvin. Cook me some dinner. I'm hungry. Feed me the football, cook. 23-13. Minnesota down. Cousins rolling out. Deep over the middle to Stephon Diggs. And that would put the Minnesota Vikings right back into the football game at 23-20 at that point. Mind you, Denver would miss another field goal in between this and that. Look at this. Minnesota taking a 27-23 lead, but regardless, Denver would end up with 3 chances down inside the red zone to take the lead. After this fourth down play by Allen, look at this. Beautiful running. Can't quite get out of bounds, though, but it would be Minnesota who would take a timeout, and that would reset everything. Denver would have 10 seconds left, and they would ultimately run 3 different plays. We'll show you each and every one of them right here. It was argued that Minnesota went to the face mask there. However, no call by the official. Then again, Denver, Allen, back to throw. Just can't quite get it there. Denver was looking for a flag seemingly on every play here, but the officials were having none of it. And then finally, Minnesota puts it away with this play, 27-23. Minnesota comes back from being down 20-0 at one point. And Dallas, Detroit, pretty good game. A lot of good highlights to get to, including this. Dak Prescott, birds one over the middle. Look at the run catch ability after he's got the ball in his hands. Dallas would go up 10-7, and don't forget that Matthew Stafford was out for this one. Instead, it was Driscoll who was the backup quarterback, but it did not matter. Look at the rumbling, stumbling close into the end zone, and Detroit would score on the ensuing play right here. Driscoll, option, no problem. Spike it. Going for the Gronk spike. Dak Prescott later on back to pass. Detroit had a 14-10 lead at this point. Look at this catch by Gallup. How did he do it? The concentration is absolutely phenomenal. Look at this. Off of his hands, coming down with the defender all over him, still able to recover it in air. And Dallas would end up punching it in. Zeke says, I got it from here, big fella. And it would be 17-14 Dallas. Later on, Prescott back to throw over the middle into traffic. And it did not matter. Hell of a grab, and Dallas would then take a 24-14 lead. The Detroit Lions were not done yet. Back up, Driscoll looking, running. Somebody get open right in the back of the end zone, and it would put them right back in it at 24-11 after completing it to Jones Jr. However, Zeke scoops it up off at that grab. Did it come off the carpet? The official determined no, and now I'm going to hit you with this boom, Dak dance, and Dallas would increase their lead after going for two, 35-21. But Detroit wasn't ready to give up yet. Jones Jr. again, 35-27. Now, this was questionable by the Detroit Lions. They decided to go for two here, and they would not get it. Looking for a penalty, didn't get it. Later on, 3rd and 26. This was the last-ditch effort for the Detroit Lions, and they were unable to come away with it. They had a chance to stop Dallas, but they would get a first down right here off of this pass from Dak Prescott, and that would, in effect, end the game. I am Drew Duncan.